With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. The first 48. Baby. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. And this is a pop-up live. Got this news, and I'm like, I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Let me cook on this before I go to bed. Now, I saw Bill go live the other day. I wasn't able to catch it, but then people were hitting me up like, yo, he gave Lion Ryan 2 days, 48 hours. Now, this live just started. Did he accept? Y'all let me know. I've been out the loop all day. Well, y'all let me know. We do this roll call. The beautiful Amanaz in the building. Phenomenal Mexican, Rod Neal, King Corleone, Son of Tank, D.O.G., Chiquilla, Diana, my sisters back to back. King W, Boxing, salute. Jamal Robinson, Mind of Mansa Musa, Ultimate Fight Club, Mr. Shelton, salute. Isaac Green in the building, Nicholas Levy. Yes, King Corleone, my brother, what's good, man? Now, did I miss something? Did I miss something? I've been out the loop all day. Did he accept? Or is he talking a good one? Again. Isaiah GQ, salute. Now, what I want to know is all the people talking about get it back in blood. Now that you know that DHP is not ducking any smoke, the beginning stipulation is to enroll in VADA. If you're a clean fighter, that should not be a problem. Jason, what's good? Because you're clean, right? You know, the more things change, the more things stay the same. I swear to y'all heard me say, and shout out to Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. This is from the movie 48 Hours. And I just took Teofimo Lopez and Lion Ryan Garcia and put their faces on top of this. Great movie if you haven't seen it. I didn't like the sequel that came out like 15 years later. The original one was really good. Bionic Prince, salute. Ern Jordan, salute. What I want to know is, y'all hear me say, I've seen things before. I've seen this before. Y'all heard me say that, right? Right. DP Rocker, salute. Seen this before. Let me take y'all back to about maybe 10 years ago. Marcus, what up? About 10 years ago, there were two fighters that were at the peak of their career at that time, named Floyd Mayweather Jr., Jamal, what up? And Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Do y'all remember this? Yeah, Jamal. This is what I'm saying. People got to qualify to talk boxing. At least over here they do. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the fiasco? Manny Pacquiao moving up multiple weight classes, maintaining power and speed, right? Floyd said, man, something wrong with that. Now listen, you want to fight me? He said he made up a fancy slogan, but it was true. He said, to be the best, take the test. And do you remember the arguments online? How many of y'all were here for that? How many of y'all were here for that? I was here for all of that. I wasn't doing content at the time, but I was on YouTube and I was just reading what people were saying. And that's when I discovered that people are very racist on here and, all of that stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. The first argument that people were saying was OSDT, because that's all Floyd wanted, was Olympic style drug testing. Y'all remember this? And true, OSDT wasn't performed in boxing. True. But that was a stipulation that he wanted in order to fight Manny Pacquiao. When he was asked, he said, look, man, this guy's moved up multiple weight classes and he's maintained speed and power. His head got bigger. To me, that's not normal. I think he's cheating. Now, let me take a sidebar on that real quick. Do y'all know that Manny Pacquiao sued Floyd Mayweather? And no one called him soft for that. Do you know why? Floyd Mayweather, out of his own mouth, says, I believe Manny Pacquiao is on steroids. I believe he's on a pad or something, because what he's doing is not natural. He said that. And guess what? He couldn't prove it. Why? Manny Pacquiao was never caught. All we had was what? Speculation. We kind of knew what we were seeing, but we didn't have any hardcore evidence. So if we couldn't prove it, it's called defamation. Manny Pacquiao sued Floyd Mayweather. And I believe either he won the lawsuit or Floyd settled. One of the two. But I understand the law. I don't recall anybody, not even the hardcore Floyd Mayweather fans, saying that, hey man, that was soft. When I read that, I said, yo, I think he's juicing, but if Floyd couldn't prove it, he can't, you just can't walk around saying stuff like that because Manny Pacquiao was a brand. So I understand that. I said, well, he brought that on himself. So I believe, I could be wrong, you're gonna have to look it up. I think he settled, but I understood. At no point did I say, yo, man, he's soft for that. So that's just a little sidebar. That's just a little sidebar. Now, let's go through some of the things that Manny Pacquiao did. All right, first and foremost, this foolish mortal ducked OSDT. And his fan base, Jose, salute. And I agree with you, Jose. He says, look, man, to be the best, take the test. His fan base said, OSDT is not a part of boxing. Correct. But it's a harmless stipulation, as Floyd would see it. Just take it. And then the circus began. What is the circus? Manny Pacquiao doesn't like the sight of blood. I said, man, every time he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, he always broke his nose and he always bled. When he moved up in weight, he fought David Diaz. And when he got done with him, David looked like Frankenstein. Manny Pacquiao also, he started cutting easy. You understand? So I said, what do you mean? Then they said, no, the sight of his own blood. And now, and it started getting weird. I said, okay, wait a minute. The sight of his own blood, that's an actual condition. But I said, okay, he has that. When was he diagnosed with that? No doctor's notes. This is what they're just saying. I'm like, oh. Wow. Then they said, well, Floyd's trying to change the rules. No, he's not. This is just something he wants as a stipulation. Then Manny Pacquiao says, hey, I got stipulations for myself. Now, these stipulations was used to deter Floyd Mayweather from the fight. Let's go through some of the stipulations from off the top of my head. First and foremost, when they first started being mentioned in the same sentence, Manny Pacquiao wanted a 50-50 split in revenue. At that time, Floyd said, okay. He did. He said, okay. They said, okay, I want a smaller ring. I think a normal ring was a 20 by 20. I forget. He wanted a smaller ring, like a 18 by 18. I forget. Floyd said, okay. So let's write it down. 50-50 split. He wanted a smaller ring. He wanted his choice in glove size. He wanted a smaller glove. He wanted, he didn't want to fight in Vegas. He wanted to fight in Dallas. Floyd said, okay. And he wanted, what was it? He wanted $10 million for every pound that Floyd came in overweight. The reason why he wanted that was because when Floyd came out of retirement, he fought Juan Manuel Marquez. And he didn't make the weight. And he paid Juan Manuel Marquez, and Marquez agreed to fight. So as a deterrent, he wanted Floyd to come in, and for every pound that he was overweight, he wanted to pay $10 million. He wanted him to pay $10 million. Now, here's the crazy part. Do you know they were at welterweight, right? Do you know that Manny Pacquiao wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather at 145? He wanted to drain him like he did Miguel Cotto. But here's the thing. When Floyd's not training back then, he's a little older now, a lot older now. But back then, when he didn't train, he shrunk to like 135. Remember when he did that stint in prison? He wasn't training. His diet wasn't correct. And when he got out of prison, he had a full head of hair, right? And he was like 135 pounds. He shrunk. So he's not a big guy by nature. And all of those things that Manny Pacquiao asked for, Floyd agreed to. He said, I just want one thing. I want Olympic-style drug testing. Team Pac-Man said no. They said no. That's why we didn't get the fight when we wanted it. And for 5 years, it was a nightmare on social media. Pac-tards, Flomos. Flomo became code for the N-word, and it was a big old nightmare. That's what it was. So there was a lot of things in between. Marquez fought Manny for a fourth time. Well, let me take it a step back. Manny did fight in Dallas. He fought Joshua Clottey, who didn't throw punches the whole night. The one time he did throw punches, Manny was in trouble. So I really think that Josh Clottey, had an agreement. I'll just say that. I think he had an agreement. That's what I believe. I would love to ask him. He fights Marquez a fourth time. Marquez sleeps him. And at that point, there was no, I think in between that, Floyd Mayweather came up with the flat rate of $40 million. Him and 50 Cent wanted to wire him $20 million. And everybody said, no, Manny shouldn't take that. Fine. Fine. That's okay. He tried to fight Miguel Cotto again, and Miguel said, okay, but I'm at 154. I'm not draining myself. And I think Miguel Cotto had a belt at 154. He said, I'll fight you, but, we're doing it on my terms. 154. And on fight night, there's no rehydration clause. A lot different from when Miguel Cotto was champion at 147 and Bob Arum made the champion come in at 145. He wasn't completely healthy in that fight. But it's business, right? Business. It's always good when the person that you're rooting for is taking advantage of every goddamn stipulations. All of them. So this time Miguel said, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. But 154, guess what? Manny didn't take that fight. And I do recall all of his fans talking about, hey, no, that's too big for Manny. Before you say that, go look up the official weigh-ins the night he fought Antonio Margarito. Manny was like 152. Go look it up. He was way above 147. When they rehydrated, both of those guys was in their 150s. So don't talk to me. He could have fought Miguel Cotto, right? So I remember all the cap for Manny Pacquiao. Now, how is this relating to this situation right here? I'm just asking. Bill gave this dude 48 hours. That was yesterday. And tomorrow morning, I'm going to talk about this. It's going to be 24 hours. He still got a whole day, right? And I'm just asking. I haven't been online all day since I ended my stream earlier. And I went back and listened to Bill's Instagram. And I said, yo, wait, hold on, 48 hours? Has he enrolled? He was telling people in the chat, at Ryan Garcia, people in the chat were adding him. Now, Ryan got all of this stuff to say. He has all of this stuff to say. Did he pull up? Never mind pull up. Get on your social media and show the paperwork from VADA. Show that you're a clean fighter. The Ryan Garcia fans, okay, talking about getting it back in blood. DHP is handling the business. They're going to invade his pockets. And don't act like Ryan, because he's not going to fight Devin for free. We know that. Don't act like Devin ain't looking for the smoke now. Ryan's going to make money off of this fight. He ain't fighting for free. And guess what? After this lawsuit, he's going to need it. He's going to need it. All he got to do is enroll in VADA. And I'm going to tell you something. If he doesn't enroll in VADA, because I heard what he said. He said he's in camp. He told some dude, yeah, I'm in camp. We training every day. We training for this rematch. That's what he said. And Bill was like, what rematch? Okay. One of the stipulations of the rematch is you got to enroll in VADA like right now. They waiting on you. That's what Bill said. He said they're waiting on you. Partner, has he enrolled? I'm asking y'all. Jeff Spark, John Wick, salute. Jamal Davis. Has he enrolled? Y'all tell me. Maybe I missed it. That's what I'm asking y'all. Now, let me ask y'all, let me tell y'all something. Well, let me ask y'all. Bill said what he said. And I know everybody ran to Ryan and added him and told him he knows what's going on. If Ryan has not enrolled by now, what do you think's going on? Because a second ago, Devin is being a puss by not getting it back in blood. Now DHP is saying, enroll. And as soon as your suspension's up, we got you. Has he enrolled? Or is he going to wait until like April to enroll? We can flush all that stuff. All he needs to do is take an IV. Do you think he's taking an IV right now to enroll in another 3 days? Still won't work? Because the athletic commission still found the ostarine, stupid. So Manny Pacquiao was never caught, but we know what we was looking at. And then during the stare down, I watched Manny Pacquiao tell Floyd Mayweather, thank you. You couldn't hear it, but you read his lips. They asked Floyd, what did he say to you? He said, oh yeah, he said, thank you. He said, thank you. Okay. So they went to Freddie Roach, and I'll never forget this. He said, Freddie, we could have had this fight like 4 or 5 years ago. What took so long? And Freddie said, hey, we could have had the fight a long time ago, but we couldn't agree on the drug testing. We wouldn't agree to it. So, we're here now and everything's okay. And I said, oh my God. In 2 seconds, he summed up what I've been arguing with people on YouTube for literally 4 years. And I wasn't doing content at the time. A1, salute. Iron Fist Black, salute. You understand? I said, wait. Say it a little louder, Freddie, and say it a little slower. Because I swear to God, that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. I said the reason why we don't have a fight is because Manny's not agreeing to OSDT. And I was met with, Floyd, he just wants to change the rules. And I said, all those stipulations that Manny Pacquiao asked for, none of it is in any sanctioning body he's fighting for. They're not within the rules. I fight at 147, but I want to wear a smaller glove. That's like saying, okay, I fight at heavyweight, but I don't want to wear 12-ounce gloves. I want to wear 8-ounce gloves at heavyweight. You're like, wait a minute, excuse me? You might as well just paint your fists a color. Demon, what up? It was all nonsense. For everything they said about Floyd, Manny was literally doing. Floyd was trying to change the rules. Fine. What was Manny doing? $10 million for every pound he comes in overweight. $10 million? YK, what up? $10 million for every pound Floyd came in overweight? Where's that in the rules? Smaller ring? Where's that in the rules? Choice in glove size? Where's that in the rules? All of these things are predetermined by the sanctioning body and by the state athletic commissions, depending on where you fight. Manny wanted the exceptions on all of that. All Floyd said, and mind you, Floyd agreed to all of those things. Because to him, it wasn't unreasonable. All he wanted was OSDT. And for 4.5 years, these guys said no. And when they finally made the fight, Freddie just said, we wouldn't agree to drug testing. We would have had to fight 5 years ago. And I said, he just said it right there. Why do we have to go through? He's scared of needles and all this stuff. It was all nonsense. That's it. That's it. So now we fast forward to this stupid idiot. Like I tell y'all, I've been here before. I've seen this before. Nothing's new. Ryan fought Devin. We thought Ryan won a clean fight. We was ready to move on. And he popped dirty. He did this. This is all his fault. But when you do something wrong, why are you wrong and strong? Why are his fans enabling him? Y'all hate Devin that much that you don't give a damn about a clean sport? Because that's what this is really about. A clean sport. All this racism stuff, that's extra. But what these two fools do, Teofimo and Lion Ryan, they're equivalent to when you tell your child to go to their room and they fold their arms, stomp off, and poke their lip out. This is a glorified, childish hissy fit. And I'm glad they did it, because you know what? If you behave like that, I need to know how you get down flat out. Don't hide who you are around me. Be who you are. All this racism stuff, this is just the icing on the cake. And what happened was the black Devin Haney haters that was celebrating Ryan, y'all got stuck. Y'all got stuck. Because y'all had to deal with that. I know you hate Devin. I can't make you like any fighter. I can't. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about what happens. Do I support some fighters more than others? Absolutely. And I'm very clear about my reasons behind that. But what happened was there was an unnecessary amount of celebration behind Devin's loss. Okay, if you don't like Bill and Devin, I can't fix that. But then when this kid popped dirty, the positions that a lot of these YouTube channels took was flat out ridiculous. It was turncoat, and it was enraging to see black people do this. The amount of phone calls and texts that I got from people that I didn't even know was haters, people that I thought I was cool with, hitting me up like I was trolling them the whole time. I was literally minding my business. I was going on vacation after the fight. I was on my way to St. Martin. I'm sitting in my living room, my phone started buzzing. I'm like, what? Attacking me. And I'm like, well, number one, damn, what the hell did I do to them? And number two, I didn't know you was a hater like that. What is this? You can't celebrate your win? Matter of fact, you're not even a Ryan Garcia fan. You just don't like Devin because of his dad? What? Texted me at 5 a.m. What in the name of stalker / closet homosexual life are you living? Your girlfriend or your wife ain't roll over and ask you who you texting at 5 in the morning. What? But I'm glad all of this happened because it was happening in abundance. That whole week was insane. There's a lot of people that used to be in my chat, and if y'all here every day, y'all pay attention, a lot of those cats you don't see anymore. Because I'm going to tell you what happened. Well, one dude, I blocked at first because he had my direct phone number, and he was doing that shit on my direct phone line. I said, dude, get away from me. You're gay. There's something wrong with you. You're shooting snakes in your backyard. I don't care how country you are. That's not legal in South Carolina. You're weird. Stay away from me. And I had to block him. But you know what happened? When the news got out that this kid cheated, first of all, I told all of y'all remember me saying, I'd rather Ryan to have one clean because I didn't want to deal with all of this because I know what comes with this. That Manny Pacquiao thing, I still think about things that was said to me, and I'm like, yo, bro, what is, huh? It was ugly. It was ugly. Yeah, Iron Fist Black. That's Alexander Povetkin. That was Alexander Povetkin, who is a known cheater. A known cheater. Now, why is it that I can hold Alexander to a standard, and at the same, underneath that same standard, I can hold James Toney for cheating Johnny Ruiz. I can hold Jarrell Miller for trying to kill AJ. I don't like AJ, but I didn't want to see him get killed in the ring. Jarrell had like 4 different narcotics in his blood system. I said, damn, what was he trying to do? And why is it that I can separate the 2 or the 3 or the 4, but these dudes hate Devin so much that there was no, I did not want to deal with this because I know what comes with it. I wanted this to go away. I was hoping the B sample came back, adverse findings, and I say, okay, well, somebody fucked up because Ryan ain't do it. Even if he did, we can't prove it because the B sample says something from the A sample. But these fools are so stupid. I say, y'all don't know the B sample and the A sample come from the same specimen? I get randomed at my job. I'm a CDL license holder. I'm very familiar with that. So I said, man, what? And then Ryan's in Saudi talking about, I don't know, I don't see why the B samples are saying any different from the A. And I said, wait, what did you say? Remember the video I did? And I said, well, wait, hold on. Y'all do understand we're talking about this drug thing because he popped dirty. And then those same dudes that celebrated Devin's loss were doing videos talking about, oh, there's a need for there's a need for Ryan to be guilty. Hold on a minute. There's no need for anybody to be guilty. I don't want drugs in the sport, period. Why is it that people come to me and say the weirdest things when I was very clear? I am very clear about what type of supporter of the sport I am. I was on my live. I'm not responsible for what anyone else says. I know on my channel, I said, I don't want to deal with this. I hope Ryan is clean and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it because I know how this rocks. And here we are. And the sad part is the kid's dirty. And it went from there's a need for us to be, let me get this guy out of here. We don't respond to ignorance here. And I don't even know you. Wrong and strong. Wrong and strong. It went from there's a need for us we have a need for Ryan to be guilty. No, we don't. We just wanted to move on. C Money, salute to the star. I don't want to deal with this. But unfortunately, because of something that Ryan did, we're dealing with it. And it went from us having a need for him to be wrong. Turns out he was wrong. And then he starts talking about the Illuminati and Bill tainted the test and all of this stuff. He blamed 2 companies and then blamed Scooter. Took us on a whole merry-go-round of nonsense. He's lying, and then he tells us who he is by being racist. And where did that leave all the black fight fans that were anti-Devin, anti-Bill, which made them by default anti-us, people that we thought were cool? When we was like, yo, hold on, this dude cheated. Hold on, let's find out what happens. Oh, you want us to wait on the B sample? I knew. I said the B sample says exactly what the A sample. But still, I said, man, I hope that B sample come back adverse. That means there's no argument. That means there's something going on with whoever took the test. Ryan would have a lot of leg to stand on. Because a B sample and the A sample from the same specimen. I knew that. And then when he says, oh, well, I don't know why. Y'all remember the video when he was in Saudi? I don't know why the B sample should say anything different from the A sample. I said, oh. And then when this kid is caught, he's like the kid you told to go to your room. He folds his arm, pokes his lip out, and starts going to his room and starts talking about how he hates his parents. But the Ryan Garcia version turned into, I hate black people. I hate Muslims. I hate George Floyd. I want to resurrect him and delete him again. That was Ryan having a hissy fit. And what did some of these cats do? Oh, he's young. Excuse me, you're young? Wait a minute, your parents ain't teach you any better than that? Khalid, salute. Von D, what up? Eric Jordan in the building. Anthony Bolton. Jeremiah, salute. Eric Jordan, my brother. So this is what we're dealing with here. This is what we're dealing with. And when he started falling off the wagon and doing all of this stuff, what happened to all of those black fans? When they thought it was clean, when they found out he wasn't clean, how many of them said, wait a minute, that's not right, man? You know what they did? They chose to be wrong and strong. You know, Buckeye Taco hat, you know, he went hard. He started just, you know, pulling every rabbit out of the hat, y'all. People kept posting things on Instagram because I don't follow him. I know what he said because someone kept posting it on Instagram. He started talking about hair follicle set tests, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. We're going too far. And his platform is too big for him to be lying to his goddamn followers. Whether you have a super channel like his or a small channel like mine, we have a responsibility to the people that support us. Our responsibility is to give our opinions and support it with facts. But it has to be truthful. And we have to be completely abstract. I tell people when they first find me, this ain't a Tank Davis channel. If you're looking for sympathy about this kid, no, I'm not going to talk him up. I hate the kid. So now that you know that, if you want to stick around and hear what I have to say, that's at your own discretion. Now, am I going to tell the truth about him? Yes. Speaking of hoes, Teofimo Lopez. I hate him. But go back and look at my video when I talked about what he did to Josh Taylor. And I hated him back then. But the truth is, he styled on Josh Taylor. He styled on him. And I said that. But I don't like this kid. But what am I talking about here? Personal feelings of boxing. I'll let you know when it's personal. Ryan Garcia, when he stopped Oscar Duarte. Me and Stormy got on here and told the truth. We also said, it looks like he's listening to Derrick James, and if he could just keep this up, this disciplined fight. I don't like that silly shell that he does when he turns his back all the way. But if he keeps this up, he could be a major threat at 140. I said that. Gets in there right after we gave him credit, gets in there and can't make weight, and then he cheats Devin. And I'm supposed to ignore all of that. And I'm supposed to be supporting fairness, right, in the sport, but I'm supposed to ignore that. And when we call out, why are people acting like we don't call out everybody for cheating? Tyson Fury, Huggy Fury, Antonio Margarito. We call him out. Jarrell Miller. Dillian White. Alexander Povetkin. Alejandro Jimenez, Tyson Fury. We call them all out. Why are people acting like this is different? Why are people acting like this is new behavior? What it is that your hate is so unconditional. Look, I don't like Teofimo Lopez, but he styled on Josh Taylor. And I spoke on it. Tay-Tay, salute. So why do people come here acting like it's different? Why are people texting me at 5 in the morning telling me, oh, well, karma? Well, if you don't get your yellow ass away from me, go shoot some rattlesnakes in your backyard like you did. If y'all knew about that phone call, it was the weirdest thing. Eric Jordan in that Super Chat salute, he said Miguel is tapping both these sellouts goodies. Oh, absolutely he is.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
All ages. You hate Bill? Cool. But I don't see none of this smoke for Lomachenko's father. And what happened was when this dude went on this racist tirade, right? Nothing. A couple of the bigger channels got on Twitter. This dude, Boxing Ego. Oh man, Devin's crashing out bad. You know who called him out on his nonsense? You ain't gonna believe this. Ishay Smith said, no. Stay where you are. You was out here protecting this dude. And y'all knew he was wrong. When he popped dirty, they started blaming the commission. Huh? Teofimo Lopez Sr. dropping M-bombs on Keyshawn Davis, another dude I don't like. But the word on the block was they beat the crap out of Teofimo Lopez Sr. Really? See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, Mark, just relax. Ignore. You see what I mean? George Kambosos' father is involved in his career. Devin had to fly to Australia the first time, but like Bill got on the last flight out there. And then when he landed, I think they stopped Devin's cut man in customs. Big Joe Townsend, salute. And Devin went up in there against all odds. We supported him, but I noticed the support wasn't as big. And I was like, I don't know what that's about. Then we found out it's unconditional hatred towards Bill, and he's a rival of Tank. And then I look at the Tank fans, and I'm like, oh, man, we're going to go through this now? The smoke you got for Bill Haney is not the smoke you have for Vasily Lomachenko and his dad, whom I might add were out loud racist. BFTB told you what happened when they fought in California. He was on the ground with that stuff. Racist Ukrainians. Huh? Teofimo Lopez. Yo, Danny Garcia's father, a few years ago, he got canceled and they said, yo, man, you're not allowed to talk anywhere, bro. Because they said he was being racist. Y'all remember that? He didn't get quiet because there was a choice. They told him, the community told him, bro, you can't talk no more. Y'all forgot? Oh, I know Phenomenal Mexican. I lost so much respect for that guy. So much respect I lost for that guy. Man, F this guy. But, you know, I don't say things out loud. But before all of this happened, he was acting weird. I'm a supporter of his channel. I super chatted him. I may have Cash Apped or Zelled him. He knew exactly who I am. He used one of my videos when we had Malik Scott on my live stream. And he used my video. I was in the chat and he was like, yo, Drew, yeah, I'm giving you credit for this. And I told him in the chat, yo, use what you need. I'm not going to flag you. during the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury thing. I said, nah, we got to remain united on this. I'm not going to flag you. Use what you need, bro. He was damn near fair using things that Malik said on my show. I said, go ahead. Now watch this. Ask me, and by then I was supporting him for a couple of years. Never had a wrench. I done supported him by way of money, views, hitting the like button. When super thanks was a new technology, I may have super thanked him. Never got a wrench. And the only time he acknowledged me outside of a super chat was when he was using what Malik Scott said on my show. I said, oh, okay. There's certain things you notice with people. I went from being a supporter, and then I had that viral moment with Sugar Hill. And I got kind of known. I'm still not like the biggest channel in the world, but he knew me. Ask me how many times he showed up in my chat just to say what's up. Champside been in here several times. Champside has a wrench. If Ego was, fucking with me like that, he'd have had a wrench. But I stayed in his chat. Never got a wrench, nothing. And I'm participating in the chat, talking to people. He never said anything, never acknowledged me, unless I sent him some bread. And by the way, y'all might not notice, but there was things he started to say that I know Stormy said. That's a fact. Oh, Mr. Shelton, I believe it. I believe it. You gotta be careful of dudes like that. I can't say what I want to say about him, but when I buckled down and I started watching how he moved, I was like, yo, could it be? Hey, wait a minute. I don't know. Yeah, Prince Savage. And I don't consider myself like this rock star. But when I go, I knew it was different when I started going to like small shows. Like, for instance, me and Thomas went to a show last winter at the Garden at the Hulu Theater. One of our brothers from the one of our brothers from the Bronx was fighting. Matter of fact, I had him on the show, and Jay Survive, I don't know what you're talking about. I was there. Remember I told y'all the dude from Ireland came up to me, Andrew Titan, hey. And I'm like, hey. Shook my hand. He said, yeah, man, yeah, the Daniel Kinahan stuff, you're right on board with that. Yes, that's nice. He's not a good man. Didn't know who this dude was. But you know who he told me he was, though? Watch this. You might never know. You know what? Let me just say this. That dude is related to Tyson Fury's cousin, who was a pro fighter. Just do the math. And he picked up his phone and he showed me. He showed me some pictures. But so what up? I was like, wow. And he knew me. I knew it was different when I went to Vegas. And the British people, who were very friendly, they knew who I was. And I was dragging Fury. And they taking pictures with me and stuff, and I'm watching their hands and saying, man, somebody gonna try and stab me. I'm ready for it. Somebody about to get fucked up. And they took pictures, and they were super friendly. Wanna know what's funny, though? The one British goon that was down there, the one British goon, right? The one British goon that was down there waving the flag, talking about there's only one Tyson Fury. Don't you know it was a black dude? I'm not kidding. It was a black dude. And his white friends were apologetic to me because they thought I was going to kick his ass. It was not that serious. They're like, oh yeah, you know, he's a little drunk, yeah. Yeah, he has to sit down, man. Yeah, that was right before I took that picture with Joseph Parker. I said, yeah, he can have a seat, man. I said, it's not that serious, man. But cats knew me. There was some gypsies that live in Florida that do the chicken fights with Roy Jones. They came up to me and was talking to me. They were cool. That's why I appreciated that trip, because I said, you know what? Not everybody from over there is a dick. It's just him. It's just him and the fools online. None of the fools online go to these fights. That was a whole learning experience, and we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. But I won't take that experience back for anything, because I learned so much. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. And I was happy. The overall experience. The overall experience was great. I wouldn't change it. Didn't like the outcome because we didn't get the outcome we wanted. But that's what it is. So this Devin Haney situation, see, what you guys don't understand is that sometimes, well, a lot of times, every time, God takes his strongest soldiers and puts them through different tasks because he knows you can get the job done. You understand? God will assign you a task and you won't know why you're going through what you're going through, but he wouldn't select you to do what needs to be done if he didn't think that you could get it done, that you couldn't get it done. Stephen X, salute. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He says, VADA has the ninja sword. Ryan is crying. I got you right now.
Give power to my nigger sword!
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Jason, what up? Yeah. Black Martial Arts Society, salute. So when I look at what Devin's going through, and at the end of the fight, he said Allah has a plan. I said, okay, it's not the first time a fighter that I support loses. It's boxing. I was headed to St. Martin the next day. I'm getting these weird phone calls, and all these people who I thought was cool just started showing their behind, and I'm like, wow. And you get mad at first, but then by the time I got to all of that good weather, I said, yo, you know what? This was meant to happen because I was cool with this dude, and I used to call this dude on the phone, and we used to laugh and joke, and now I didn't know he had these feelings towards a fighter that we support, and now they're talking greasy, and it's like, it's damn near personal. But cool, keep it coming. And y'all know, a lot of people just started acting out. A lot of people started acting out. And then when this happened, I said, oh crap. And I told y'all, I didn't want to deal with this. But the fact that I'm dealing with it in the way that I am dealing with it, no one can say that I'm acting brand new. I do this to everybody that pops dirty. Rachel in the building, salute. This ain't new. And this was people of all ages. Black people that be up in our chats. Like, yo, what the hell is this? This is wild. This is wild. It's wild how all we want is a clean sport and we have to deal with this. That's wild. Again, I didn't want to even deal with this. But I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't. How would y'all look at me if I just didn't talk about it? Yeah, Ryan Osterman, okay, yeah, but in other news. No! Because this is what they do to black fighters all the time, and that's a whole other thing. Now, Teofimo Lopez he went on a whole racist tirade before the Josh Taylor fight. They can keep their black fighters. We forgot that? He's still mad that Keyshawn kicked your father's ass. Well, guess what? Keyshawn he should be trying to fight Keyshawn and get that lick back right now. Instead, he's on stage talking about, I ain't got no problem with you, man. What? We can't focus on that. You know why? Because Keyshawn's head is in the clouds. He clowning Devin. In Africa, Mr. Popo, as BFTV calls him, he clowned Devin. All you raccoons clown Devin, and then this dude pops dirty, and what do y'all say? Well, Osterine don't do anything. Really, man? That's what we doing? How do you know? If you're training a fighter and he's the best that he could be, he gets there and lose against the guy that you know he could beat, and then the guy pops dirty. And so what was he on? Osterine. Look, man, the rules are the rules, and you don't know what that Osterine does. And you don't know how much of it, a billionth of a gram. You don't know how much of it that was in there. You could cycle off of steroids and still have a week's left of the effects in your body. Stop it, man. When the kid popped dirty, they still treated Devin Haney like he was the villain. I've never seen anything like this. Boxing Fan Times 4 in that super chat, he said, hold up, wasn't Ryan deal with the New York State Athletic Commission was supposed to be tested during the suspension? I don't recall, brother, and that's a good question. I don't recall. Joe, what up? I don't recall. Oh, shit. Hannibal, salute. And that's the sad state of affairs. You damn right. They hate Devin and Bill more than they hate these two goons who are open racist. And when he started crashing out all over the internet, the reason why I brought up Boxing Ego was because all he could say was, yo, he's crashing out bad. And E.J. Smith got on him. Fanon, same thing. BMX F1 says a billionth was left over and he flushed it out with the IV. That was another thing. Rachel was one of the people that sent it to me. Because I wasn't following like the zone behind the scenes stuff. But she sent it to me and I said, when was this? And Rachel broke it all down. You know what Rachel did? She said, do you see the shirt he has on his lap or something right there? It was draped over his arm. I said, yeah. She said, that's the same shirt he was wearing. You know, he was wearing that shirt. In other words, there was a period where they were close together, where he did an interview. He did a sit-down interview and he had the same shirt. That same day, he had the IV flush, which was not allowed. And he's doing it on a fucking TV. So all of these things is real. Meanwhile, he broke a legally binding contract. And the latest thing, break it down. Turncoats and coons and knuckle-dragging Negroes with hairy feet said, we have a need for Ryan to be wrong. No, we didn't. I wanted this to go away. Well, guess what? He was proven to be guilty. So then he was proven to be guilty. All of these grown people know how contract works. They know how contracts work. I see you mentioned Fanon. He knows how contracts work. When you sign to fight somebody, I'm sure there's a lot. Rachel's in the chat. You sign on the condition that they're going to be clean. He broke the contract. When you break the contract, what happens when you're in violation of a contract? You can get sued. You're in violation of the contract. And guess what? No IVs were allowed. He's in violation of the contract. So he was sued. Thank you. It's called a breach. This is business. So when you say get it back in blood, first of all, Ryan was the one that said live with the left hook. Live with the left hook. Ryan Garcia came in overweight. And then his ideology is, oh, I pay $1.5 million. As soon as I pay that, that should be null and void. No. No. You showed disregard to the contract in the first goddamn place when you came in overweight. And you're on drugs. You got caught for all of that stuff. So in what universe? In what universe is DHP soft for pursuing legal action for Ryan Garcia being in breach of contract? How is that soft? And why are people acting like this doesn't happen in boxing? There's lawsuits all the time. DP Rocket says, why is Floyd so quiet? You want to know why? Because Victor Ortiz came out 2.5 weeks ago and said, yeah, man, Floyd sued me over the headbutt. I didn't know that until he said it. And Floyd won the fight by knockout. And they called Floyd a hoe for how he beat Victor. Here's the thing. Floyd's actions was legal in the ring, but a headbutt is what? Against the rules. When he signed to fight Floyd, he agreed not to do that. And it doesn't say headbutts directly, but it says to fight fight within the guidelines or the rules and regulations of a boxing match in this state. And a headbutt is not there. It doesn't say you can do it. He did it. Reef, what up? He did it. He did it. And bing, there it is. He lost the fight and he was sued by Floyd. No one wants to call him a sucker. That's why Floyd is quiet. I was just talking about Floyd. Floyd got sued by Manny Pacquiao because he said that Manny Pacquiao was on drugs. Rachel, was Floyd sued or did he settle? Well, I know he was sued, but did he settle or did they go to court and argue it? I forgot. I know he sued him. And my response was, look, we all think that Manny's on drugs, but he hasn't popped dirty. And you can't just run around saying shit and you can't back it up. Yeah, young Abel, I know he's not stupid, but I was on my live the other day. Did I not say a lot of these guys are just selling wolf tickets because it generates them revenue? They're catering to a certain kind of demographic. They're catering to a certain kind of fan. When you get on this, they settle, thank you. When you get online and you want to make money online, you have a choice to make. You can pander. What was Derek Jackson, y'all? He wasn't honest with these women. He pandered to all of them. He was a big, burly, I guess, good-looking man to these women. He called them, oh, mother goddess, sister queen, and you're a queen, and y'all not ugly, and you're a queen, and come buy my book, and yeah, come meet me, and if you look good enough, he pound your life out. And this was a married man. Pandered to them. Now watch this. These women, I'm a sidebar on that for a second. Those women that he weren't entertaining, all of those women knew he was married. So how is this man telling you, ladies, you're the best version of yourself, and you deserve the world, and you're a good black woman, and these men don't know what they're missing? What kind of woman who's looking for a good man, right? They say they're looking for a good, honest, and loyal man. They're banging Derek Jackson, and they knew that he was a married man. That's the sisterhood, y'all. A living contradiction. That's what it was, y'all. They didn't care, because once you throw sexual gratification in there, gloves are off. Gloves are off. They did not care. They didn't give a damn. It's all about them and their sexual gratification. So you're buying his books, you following him. Some of these chicks was following him around the country, to listen to his lectures. And if they were lucky, they got some sex out of it. Now, how you want a good man, but you banging a married man, and you're disrespecting the woman that he's married to? But these are the same chicks that are enabled not to fix their man at home a goddamn sandwich. Make a sandwich? You don't need to do that. You're a sister goddess queen. His job is to make the money, and you spend it, and you only wash your plate and your fork. And then when I get on here, and that's what some of these boxing channels do. They pander to these lunatics. There's no way you as a black fight fan, if you're a black, and y'all know I'm not talking about my brother black. I'm saying if you're a black fan of the sport of boxing, there's no way, after all the facts, you can hate Devin, you can hate Bill, but the facts are out. There's no way you could rock with Ryan. No way. No way. Oh, I know, Focus, I know. There's no way. There's no way you rock with Teofimo Lopez right now. You're a black fight fan. There's no way. And if there's a way, you need to stay away from me. And I say that, I'm not going to say respectfully. I say that with all intentions. Stay away from me. That's it. I don't know why you want to be around me anyway, because you see what I'm doing here? I stand for what's righteous. These two dudes are not righteous at all. The only thing that Teofimo got over Lion Ryan is that he's not a drug cheat. That's it. He is a racist. His father's a racist. Ryan Garcia is a racist. And magically, Henry Garcia and his wife, who allegedly had cancer, they're quiet as church mice now. So as a black supporter of the sport, there's no way you support these two lunatics. No way. So I watched what the position that Fanon took, and I watched what Ego took, and I looked at some of the brothers that we thought we were cool with. I'm like, yo, look, I know you hate Devin. I'm not trying to change your mind, but this right here, this is uncalled for. You can't be black for 2 seconds and look at this. No, you can't. Your hate is that unconditional. Okay, cool. What you need to do is stay away from me, because you're not my brother. Because you know how I'm looking at you? The moment we disagree on something, you're going to treat me like that. You're going to treat me just like that. You know, Boxing Fan Times 4, that's a great question. I might discuss that tomorrow, because I didn't know that. I didn't know part of the stipulation of him being reinstated was to be on VADA. I need more research on that. But he had 48 hours to enroll in VADA. I'm asking y'all, did he enroll? Did he get on social media with paperwork saying, yeah, I'm enrolling? It's 11:36 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm assuming by the stroke of midnight, it'll be 24 hours. And I'll be discussing this in the morning too. I'm going to be discussing it until someone tells me, has he enrolled? He has time, enroll. Because right now there's Ryan Garcia fans and these stupid channels talking about Ryan could do what he want. He's the A side, like the brother said in the chat earlier. He's the A side. Well, he's not. He's a cheater, but never mind that. Let's say he's the A side. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's say he's the A side. Why wouldn't he want to prove to the world that he's not a cheater? Press says, I heard Ryan got the case dismissed. That's inaccurate, young man. It's not what happened. No, he's not the A side, Press. He's not. He's absolutely not. What he is a cheater. And this is unacceptable in the sport. Deltenia 8, salute. But that's interesting, Press. Let me ask you a question, young man. What's funny about what's going on with Ryan right now? What's funny about that? What's funny about that? How many times you heard me say Ryan shouldn't feel safe, and Teofimo shouldn't be safe when there's an abundance of black people in the area that he's in? They shouldn't be feeling safe with this open racism. So I don't know what's funny about this. So when I get on here and I say things like, yo, you know, this is deeper than boxing. I don't understand what's funny about that. I don't understand what's funny about let me bring this to y'all attention. And y'all know this, but it bears repeating. Ryan Garcia can say, yeah, Rico Pablo, I'm speaking on racism because you refuse to. Pablo, you refuse to because you're a coward. But watch this. He can say, I want to resurrect George Floyd and kill him again and join the Ku Klux Klan. He can say that. And y'all will swear he's not racist, right? Well, some of you will. All right? Now watch this. Kyrie Irving just referred people to a goddamn documentary. He didn't direct it. He didn't donate to it. He just said, hey, look, check that out. And they tried to take his entire NBA career from him. What the hell did he do? Now, let me ask you, Press, do you agree with that? They wanted him. He had to pay the Jewish community a few $1 million or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember the amount. But he had to pay him money. He had to pay the community money. He had to go sit down and talk with Jewish leaders because he referred people to a documentary that was like on Hulu or something. I said, what am I looking at? What is happening? Now you got to go donate money and talk to people? But Ryan could say, I want to resurrect George Floyd, kill him, and join the Ku Klux Klan. And then I get Rico Pablo in here talking about I'm crying racism. Press, are you paying attention? Now let me ask you a question, Press. Did I lie about anything that I just said? Did I lie? Good. So, Press, I need you to look at Rico Pablo and tell me what you think of that. Because when Ryan beat Devin, when we just thought it was clean, we didn't even talk about racism. We said Devin lost. That's it. That's it. And we were moving on. And then he pops dirty. And then you know what they told us? Move along, nothing to see here. No. We're not going to move along. What's going on here? What's going on here? Now let's take it a step further. Kondo, my brother. And salute to Young Abel in that super chat. Much love. He said, Fanon's problem is he holds grudges for no reason. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of it. For those of you here that go back at least about 5 years, 4 to 5 years, y'all know that Fanon has a personal issue with Bill. And y'all know that I was in the middle of that shit. Okay? If you know, you know. If you know, Ryan's Press says Ryan's attorney got the case. Where'd you get that information? Got what case dismissed? What case he got dismissed? What are you talking about? Where'd you get that information? Do me a favor, Press. Share the link. Share the link. Don't tell me what you heard. Share the link. Share the link. We do links here. Share the link. Share the link. That's what you do. Thank you, Phenomenal Mexican. The vandalism case was dismissed. When he was escorted out the hotel with the Magneto helmet, that was thrown out. This is still alive. Because if the case was dismissed, he wouldn't have to wait until when can he fight? In April? Where is he posting this at? Yeah, case dismissed. For what? For what? Dismissed for what? I can't read the quotes because I'm not on Twitter. Of course, his lawyer's name's Goldstein. Case dismissed for what, Press? He had multiple cases. He also had a domestic violence case. Ruben Tank Davis, what do I owe you to grace my chat for? I don't care if we cool or not. I hope you understand that. Why are you here? Tank? Why are you here? I'm not even talking about Tank, but Tank shows up in my chat. Why are you here? And you see, this is, and look, this is good. Let me read this super chat, but this is good. I'm gonna show y'all something. Rasul says, Drew, let's do them like they do us. Ryan is a racist, so all Hispanics are racist according to them. Yeah, exactly. We can play that game. But we better than that. We better than that. But Ruben, I'm in here talking about lying Ryan Garcia and Teofimo the Ho Lopez, two racists on the screen, and you're coming here to do what exactly? What are you doing here? To do what? And this is what I'm talking about. Press, back to that Twitter. There's nothing there that says what was thrown out. Do you know his wife has a case out on him, a restraining order? He was being sued by the hotel. Maybe that's the case. Where does it say that the Devin Haney case was thrown out? Where does it say that? I'll wait. I'll wait. Nothing's thrown out. So anyway, VADA. You really want that smoke? Enroll in VADA. You have 48 hours to do so. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about justice for the sport of boxing. Exactly, Press, that's what I'm saying. He never specified. Now, watch this. A fighter that has multiple cases on them from a guy like Ryan Garcia. Didn't I just get done saying, for the life of me, I don't understand how black people stick up for this kid? Y'all hate Devin that much? Y'all hate Bill that much? Never mind that shit. I don't care who. Ryan could have did this to Javier Fortuna. I'd still be on this bumper because I don't like cheaters in this sport. You can die in this ring. You could die in the ring. And I still get brothers coming up in here. Ain't no Hispanic, well, I don't know if they were Jose. But the majority of people in here are black. And you see what's happening. You see what's happening. You love Tank so much that you're going to ignore what Ryan and Teofimo. Look who I have on this page, on this meme. And he coming here talking about, oh, we cool. I don't. How about this, Ruben? I don't care to be cool with you, dude. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't. I see what you type. Nobody in here is talking about Tank. You can, not even Press brought up Tank. You did. Word on the block is you are Tank. Great. You know me, I don't give a F about you. And if you are Tank, you're proving my point by what you're doing here. Remember what I said? I'm talking about two racists up here. He come in here with personal feelings about Tank. Meanwhile, I've never lied on Tank. Never. I said I don't like that kid because of this, and this. And not one of you clowns could say, Drew, that's not true. It's absolutely true. How you receive it is entirely up to you. I can tell a young lady, hey, the sky's blue. She could say, no, it's like an off periwinkle. Shut up, bitch. It's blue. Shut up. And that's how I got to treat a lot of these quote unquote brothers out here. Press, I don't care who it is. But I know I don't want him in my chat. I don't want him in my chat. Listen, I've cleaned house. I don't want cats like that around me, bro. I don't. Press, I'm patient with you because I know you're a young person. So there's hope. But that nigga's grown. All these dudes running around with YouTube channels, these guys are in their 40s or late 30s or whatever. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got patience for that. As I've gotten older, I used to think old people were mean. No. As I get older, the less fucks I give, and I understand. I say, yo, man, damn, you know what it is? Older people just ain't got time for the nonsense. I ain't got to coddle your feelings or nothing. I ain't got to do none of that. If you are of able mind, you know what right and wrong is. I'm not trying to change your mind. If you like Tank and you like how he fights, that's cool. But you're not going to mystify the whole process of what's going on here and ignore what I got going on the screen. This is what I'm talking about. Somehow they come in here with the Tank shit. And that's why I don't like Tank Davis fans. That shit right there. I'm talking about two racists on here. He coming here talking about GTD. You see why I say, and these are good and grown men. You see why I say it's kind of like, what's the term they used to use? Homoerotic. That's the term, homoerotic. It's like, yo, why? Huh? Put down the pom-poms for 2 seconds and be black. Do you agree with anything that Ryan Garcia has done as far as drug use and what he said about black people? It's very simple. It ain't got shit to do with Tank. You know why? You might want to leave Tank out of this because he has yet to check either one of these dudes. What's going on? What's going on? See what I mean? This is why it's not smart. You might want to leave me alone with that. Because your entire whole cards get pulled. On top of that, a bulk of you Tank fans in the chat never show your face. This is why I can't stand him or his fan base. Now, I'm on here talking about Lion Ryan. You see it. Ryan Garcia has 48 hours to enroll in VADA. Ruben could have came in here and said, yo, he need to get that lick back. Why isn't anybody saying Ryan is ducking now? He need to get that lick back. He need to get it back in blood. You beat Devin easy the first time, which it wasn't easy. Get it back. Enroll, Ryan. And if he's not enrolling, now watch this. Press. Bill gave him 48 hours to enroll in VADA. They're waiting on him. Instead, he says, this is the best lawyer in the world, case dismissed. And he doesn't specify which case. But while you're at it, if you can post, I know you saw what Bill said. Are you enrolling? Now, what happens if he doesn't enroll? He has time. What happens if he doesn't enroll? Are y'all going to say he's ducking? Are y'all going to call him a cheater? It's always us. I'm coming in here talking about two racists, and I get another black person coming in here trying to hijack the whole conversation. And this is why I say there's no saving a lot of black people. You got to let them go. I counted my brother in that super chat. He says, these are the type of monkeys that let Ryan take an ish in both their hands. Yeah. Absolutely. Put it on a plate, put some buttered rice and some broccoli next to it. This is horse-ish. No, it's not. It's meatloaf. Okay. And you know what you're smelling. Eric Jordan back in that super chat. He said, Press is mad that Miguel ain't tapping him right now.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
I don't know. I'm patient, man. Press says, I don't trust VADA if Tank don't trust VADA. I don't trust Tank if he don't trust VADA. And you see, here's the other thing. I've tried to refrain from a lot of things. Who's testing Tank? Why is he so quiet on this VADA testing? Why is it that before the Frank Martin fight, when they asked him who's doing the testing, he said, what is it, VADA, USADA, one of them. Wait a minute, you don't know? And let me give y'all a gem if you don't know. It's never USADA. It's never USADA. USADA don't test boxers, y'all. So get that out your mind. Get that out your mind. But my point was, Tank didn't know. That was disturbing. And I looked around. You ever had someone say something and you're like, did anyone else catch that? But okay, I ain't gonna say nothing if anyone else gonna say nothing, but I caught that. I didn't make no videos about it, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I said, what the fuck? How the hell do you not know? I said, okay. I ain't gonna say anything. But y'all know I spoke to the brothers behind the scene. I said, yo, y'all heard that? They said, yup. I said, all right. But he got one more time to do that. I let that go. Y'all. I did. I really did. I didn't say anything. I said, oh, okay. You don't know who's doing the testing? Okay. Paper Route Trapper says, Lil Sugar Tank be painting his fingernails and wearing the boot and the earrings. And yo, listen, bro. Look, man. All right. I don't want. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna take the show in that direction. But you see how easy it is that we can get off of what's going on the meme and start attacking. I don't consider Tank one of my own. He's not my brother. But you get my point. You get my point. You know what I'm saying? I'm very clear as to why I don't deal with this dude. All right. There's no reason not to trust VADA. Can anyone, Press, you said you don't, if Tank don't trust VADA, you don't trust it. Can you give me an example as to why you don't trust VADA? Well, since you're following Tank, because that's clearly the statement you made. What has Tank said to give you reasonable cause of belief that VADA is janky? Prince Savage in that super chat, he says, salute Drew for standing on business. Yeah, I'm always on business. And it's exhausting. But my shoulders are built for carrying stuff, man. You know? And I appreciate you. Exactly. And this is the part right here. This is the part. Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez are racist and no one cares. They care about what Bill says. They care about what Devin does. You say you don't trust it. Okay, so you think Ryan was set up? Is that what you're saying? You think Ryan was set up? Hold on a minute. You think Ryan was set up? Is that what you're saying? With the whole Ryan situation? Wait. What do you mean, the whole Ryan situation? Maybe I'm interpreting what you're saying wrong. Maybe because you're not clear. Do you mean VADA didn't release the test on time? What do you mean? I'll wait a little while. I ain't trying to be on here all night. The way it was handled was terrible. VADA did their job. They took the samples. They ran the last samples. You know what was janky, Press? You might not have known this, but after the official weigh-ins, because the weigh-ins that y'all saw, the weigh-ins at the Barclays that I was there, that wasn't the official weigh-in. That was a ceremonial weigh-in. The official weigh-in was like 8 a.m, and that's when Devin posts, he's 3 pounds over, shaking my head. I said, oh, shit. Okay. Do y'all know Devin went, right after he got off the scales and made his weight, he went and pissed immediately. Press, do you know Ryan disappeared for like 9 hours? Now, why did he do that? That's not VADA, that's him. That's not VADA, that's him. You know what I mean? No doubt, Paper Route. I appreciate you. Yeah, exactly, BMX. Yeah, Press, they follow you everywhere, but they can't make you pee. You can walk around and say, I can't. Listen, when I get called downtown for a random test, I might not have to pee. But guess what? Where they send me to go pee, I have to sit there. I can't move. Now, Ryan, they could follow him all around the goddamn city. But if he ain't got to pee, he ain't got to pee. But what are you doing when you're walking around? He was hoping that it just left his system. You know what happened? When he finally pissed, if they didn't catch him pissing, they probably wouldn't have caught it. So he thought if I walked around Brooklyn for a little while. You know what I mean? Maybe, just maybe, it'll, come out my pores somehow. No. 9 hours. They say, okay, you ready? All right, now we taking it. You can walk around, you can eat some food, drink some water, take some pictures, but as soon as you gotta go pee, we're taking that. That's how he got caught, Press. That's how he got caught. When he finally did piss, that last sample, that's why he got caught. So VADA did their job. What are they supposed to do? Pee right now. What if he ain't got to go? Sit right here. You can't tell him to sit in this room. No. You want to go sign some autographs? Go. You want to go take some pictures? Go. You want to go to Applebee's? Go. But we're going to be there. This kid is operating off of privilege, and it's twofold. The racism is that he's allowed to do what he does and not get canceled. There's nothing but people making excuses for him. He caught lightning in the bottle because at the same time, not no one, but a majority of people hate Devin and hate Bill. So you got that going on. Press says, but how did he take the drug? Have you been following this thing, fella? You cycle on these things. He thought he cycled off, and then when he took the IV, Press, IVs are illegal. But if you watch the DAZN show, he was taking the IV flush. It was recorded. And everyone was looking at that like, wait a minute, that shit is illegal. What is he doing? And I'm like, did the rules change? Rachel hit me up and said, did you see this? And she sent it to me. I said, wait a minute. Is that allowed? She was like, no. I said, what the fuck is he doing? Well, Press, that IV is in the lawsuit. He wasn't supposed to do that. That's one of the things in the lawsuit. You don't know what he was putting in his body or trying to get out of his body. That's the reason why they only found a billionth of a gram of ostarine in it. Press, watch this. If I go back to work, right? Let's say I go to work tomorrow, right? I go back to work and they say, hey, guess what, man? You're going down to Brooklyn. You got to get drug tested. I'm like, cool. And I go down there and I pee. I pee in the cup and it's a whole thing. I got to wash my hands. And they say, don't flush the toilet. All right? You got to pee in this cup and pour it in these 2 bottles. I gotta initial it and stamp it. I gotta initial it. They stamp it, seal the bottles in these special cups, these special vials that if it's tampered with, you'll know because the seal is broken. You remember when Ryan sent his lawyers out to where his specimens were kept to check to see if the seal was broken, and they didn't detect any foul play? He paid for that. Right? And I walk back to the refrigerator, they open the fridge, they unlock it, and I put it in, and they close it and they lock it, and I vouch that I saw them do that. Now watch this. If they say, hey man, you gotta come downtown, and I go down there and say, what happened? We found traces of cocaine. And I say, how much? Stop right there. Stop right there. Why am I saying how much? Why am I saying how much? Why am I not saying, I ain't got nothing in my system, what the hell you talking about? Because I'm missing a very, very important fact right here. Watch this. They need to know what medications I'm on, because there are medications that can show up as something else in your system. Another thing that they need to know is if you're on any kind of high blood pressure medication. Why? Some pressure medications make you piss. And it could be used as what? A masking agent. That's how King Kong Ortiz got in trouble with Deontay Wilder. He lists all the things that he was on, the vitamins. Remember Ryan said, I'm on vitamins. But then he says, I don't take anything. And then we was wondering, well, hell, what is ashwagandha? What is that? He blamed the ashwagandha. Then the company ashwagandha said, no. We don't have none of that stuff in our product. Then he says, I'm on these other 2 supplements. What? I thought you wasn't on anything. Okay, we'll run it. Then he sends the supplements to a third-party company. Right? And then they say, yeah, there's ostarine in this. And then both those companies said, no. You done sent open containers to a third-party company. The containers were opened. We got it like this, which means it could have been tampered with before they mailed it to us. And then the 2 companies both put out statements. One of them did a whole video. They said, no, this ostarine is not in any of our products. And I said, man, Ryan's trying to get sued by these companies. He's lying. So how the hell does he get to run around here and lie and get caught in these lies? But Devin and Bill are still the bad guys. How does that work? Now dial it back. All I want is a clean sport. That's all I want. But this was a big old adventure, justified by a lot of Tank fans because you hate Devin. And that's why I said what the general said this morning. Be black for 2 seconds. On top of him lying all over the place, can you imagine if a black fighter was lying all over the place like Ryan has been doing? Can you imagine if a black fighter was being openly racist like Ryan and Teofimo was doing? They'd cancel him out of his socks. Kyrie Irving almost threw his whole NBA career away. He had to give money to a Jewish organization to meet with their leaders, and he didn't do anything. So when I speak on these things, understand it comes from somewhere. That's why I'm disappointed in Tank and his fans. Now, why is it that I can look at things fairly? Again, I don't like Anthony Joshua, but I didn't want to see him die in the ring by way of Jarrell Miller. And guess what? He still came to New York. He was still poisoned. And guess what? Looking back, Andy could have killed him that night. I don't know who poisoned him, but he got poisoned, man. What if AJ died in the ring? And then when they did the autopsy, they said, yo, there was some strange thing in his bloodstream that made him woozy. Yeah. Oh, C Money. Yeah, you right. Yep. Be black for a minute. And then tell me if this makes sense. Everything. Now, listen, family, did I lie on Ryan? Absolutely not. I don't have to. I'm telling y'all what happened. And I'm just looking at black fight fans and I'm wondering, what is wrong with y'all? Even if you remove the color part, remove the race part, Ryan's a cheater, man. And he's lying about it. And you know how I knew what time it was? I didn't block everybody right away. I blocked one dude. One dude I blocked. I said, I ain't dealing with this idiot. Done. But the dudes that hit me up talking that rah-rah stuff, I didn't dead them right away. I gave them about 2 weeks. In that 2-week period, was it not crazy what Ryan was doing? Lying and blaming the Illuminati, and then he gets on with the racist tirade. I didn't block everybody right away. I gave people an opportunity to hit me back with the same energy and say, yo, Drew, you know what? I don't like Devin, but Ryan is on some bullshit right now. You know they never did it. You know what they would rather do? They would seek comfort in the people that think like them. I know Ryan's bad and I'm looking stupid for celebrating this crap, but you know what? I need to hear that feel good. That's why they go to Fanon's channel and KO's channel and Ego's channel and everybody else who hated on Devin. And y'all were not talking about the situation at hand. Y'all were talking about a left hook. And all of a sudden, y'all don't want to admit that this whole ordeal has been compromised. Don't tell me that Osterine is not the reason why Devin couldn't get out of the way of a left hook. It's a ped. Peds make you faster and stronger. I don't care what experts got on their channels and say, well, you know, Osterine, I don't know why a boxer would use it. It's on the banned substance list. It does something. And guess what? Osterine is what they found. That IV probably washed out other things. You want some more racial stuff? Why is Ryan allowed to be celebrated for smoking marijuana, but as soon as Keyshawn Davis pops some marijuana in his system, he has a no contest L on his record because he couldn't put the marijuana down. Now, why is it that Ryan is celebrated for smoking weed and Keyshawn is not? Please explain. That's a good question, BMX. What about Derrick James? I don't know. He's been awfully quiet. But I'm going to tell you straight up and down, bro. I got his phone number. I was going to call him when he was done working with what's that? Jermaine, when he fought AJ. He said he's flying out to the UK. And I said, I'll hit you when you get back. I just never did it. Because Derrick don't like doing like interviews. He don't like the spotlight. But no doubt, Detroit, I appreciate you. Shower, salute, sis. Andre, salute, I see you. The issue that I found, a lot of trainers started going to him. A lot of fighters started going to him and working with him, and started letting people in his stable. To me, didn't match, but I'm not a pro. What do I know, right? And I'm just going to tell y'all flat out, when Ryan sat there next to Devin on that stage right here in New York at the Palladium, I was sitting right there next to Blue Blood in the front row, and I'm recording it, y'all. And Bill Haney said, you know, this guy over here talking about Henry Garcia with the toupee. And when Henry said, better toupee than to have nappy hair. And I said, what the and I looked at him. Main biker, salute. I said, nappy hair. And Devin said, that sounds like some racist-ish. And I looked over there, and who's sitting next to Henry? Derrick James and Bernard Hopkins. I looked at Blue. Blue was shaking his head like, wow. And I looked up at the stage, and I said, wow, okay. But I'm overreacting, though, right? Aaron, salute. I'm like, wow. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna act like that ain't happened. We you know. Right? Okay. Derrick sat there, and when it came time for them to address the media, it's two people disappeared. Derrick James, I really don't know where the brother went. He left. I don't know where he went. But Mauricio Suleiman, if you go back in my channel, I don't know how this happened, but I was walking to the stage and I said, I'm going to go talk to Mauricio. And I don't know how I lost him. When I got to the stage, he was gone. I said, what the where did he go? Vanished, bro. Vanished. And that's an interesting question. Because I'm going to tell you what, BMX, if Derrick James is still working with Ryan Garcia after all of this, every brother ain't your brother. I have no, bro, I'm not doing it, bro. There's something called principle, man. And unfortunately, a lot of black people don't have them. I told y'all earlier, I got offended when the government decides to get the attention of the black vote, to secure the black vote. What do black people like? They're like shaking their ass and twerking and partying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these two rappers, don't matter who they are, we just need to get two rappers and throw something derogatory and make it snappy, put out a little music video, and that'll get black people to vote. Now, salute. And enter Trina, a rundown 50-year-old stripper from Miami, and Saucy Santana, a fat black homosexual with a BBL, a male homosexual with a BBL, right? And the song was called No Vote, No Fucking, with a V. And I said, this is supposed to make an indecisive 20-year-old go vote? That's supposed to make him go vote? Well, I don't know if I'm a vote. And then he sees the video, no vote, no fucking. A rundown stripper and a fat homo. That's supposed to make you go vote. And that's what they think about us. Mind of Mansa Musa, salute. See what I mean? See what I mean? That's how they think about us. And I saw that and I was disgusted. I'm like, this is supposed to make us go to the polls, the young men, like our young brother Press. That's supposed to make, he's supposed to be on the fence. I don't know, I'm gonna vote this shit, but I don't know what to do. I should stay home or, yeah, well, and then he sees Saucy Santana and Trina. That's supposed to get him and bop all the way to the polls and vote. Because a rundown stripper and a fat homo told him so. And that made the difference. Y'all see why I didn't like Meg Thee Stallion twerking for Kamala? That's what they think of us. I'm not that. Yeah, Shawa, yeah, get your booty to the pole. You see how she spelt it? It was a double meaning. See what I mean? This is what the government thinks of us. Why did I play that How to Sell to a Negro this morning? Thank you, Reef. They clearly insult our intelligence. You think I want my daughter, my nieces, growing up trying to be strong black women, but looking at that and thinking that that is a sign of strength? Are you kidding me? Out goes responsibility. Now, what does this have to do with what I'm talking about tonight? Easy. I'm talking about two racist pieces of crap that feel that they get slated by black people in life and in their sport. And as athletically gifted as these two dudes are, they are the ones making excuses and using racism as a crutch. They're not where they feel they're supposed to be because of black people, according to Teofimo Lopez. And Ryan's going through what he's going through. He's blaming everybody, even a black man that he said raped him when he was young. He said that. He's blaming the Illuminati and everything else. And he's not taking responsibility to something that he did. And magically it becomes black people's fault. You understand? Right? All of it is insulting. And when I'm trying to address these two fools, we get one black dude come in here talking about, I wasn't even talking about Tank. Come in here talking about Tank and tries to hijack the whole conversation when I'm trying to talk about the problem on the screen. You see what I mean? We are not on code for any goddamn thing. I want you to think about something. Had AJ have lost he lost to Andy Ruiz in my city that night. If AJ had went home or went to the hotel and died, it's a combination of lumps to the head, brain damage, and we ran a blood test and he had a narcotic in his system. And it's like, well, how did that get there? Well, it's not, it can't get there from IV. Well, how did it get there? Well, he don't take drugs. How did it get there? Well, it's like a sleeping agent. It's designed to make you messed up. How did it get there? He was drinking the water. He was drinking the Gatorade. Maybe that's why he was walking around barefoot. But all we know is that AJ was killed by Andy Ruiz that night. Now, let's say that happened. I don't like AJ, but wouldn't that be questions? It would be question twofold. Because that automatically, me being a black man, I'm gonna be like, well, who set this brother up? Did Eddie Hearn do it? Who did this? And then after that, got to put on a boxing hat. He tried to do that to Deontay, and y'all said we was making it up, making excuses. Now they got AJ, and now y'all want to pay attention. Too late, because he's in the grave now. I can't believe that all I want is a clean and honest sport. And the most resistance that we get is from our own. And that's sad. It's very sad. So Ryan has the conversation is Ryan has 48 hours to enroll in VADA. I'm not on Twitter. So if he enrolls, you let me know. Big Texas, salute. Y'all let me know, because I'm not on Twitter. And I damn sure don't follow this kid. He has 24 hours and it's midnight. Well, now he has 48 hours, it's midnight. Now he has 24 hours. And I'm gonna leave this up for tomorrow. It's only one day left. Will Ryan enroll in VADA testing? Now he got 24 hours. Y'all remember 24? That's my intro. Dangerous Desires Bully, salute. He's not Jack Bauer, he's Jack Sauer. Y'all remember 24? That's my countdown. That's where I got it from. Well, Jack Sauer has 24 hours, boss, to enroll in VADA. Unless y'all get some information that I don't know. I hope he does enroll. You know why? Because now, Devin gets to get it back in blood after draining his pockets. And you see, this is what I was telling press, and this is what I was telling all the youngsters. This is business. This is a process. Now that you know, Shaquille, salute. Now that you know that Devin wants it back in blood, he wants to smoke in the ring, the next move is on Ryan. Enroll in VADA. You've been ordered to do that. So I'll continue this conversation in the morning. Jack Sauer. Ryan Garcia's Jack Sauer, 24. You got a day left, dude. Let me know what's going on. Last we heard, Bill, he said you got 2 days. So, yeah, salute to y'all, man. I'm going to go ahead and lay down. I'll do these push-ups real quick. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, Super Chat. And I'm still talking about this tomorrow morning. All right? And y'all stay blessed. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.